like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. From the creepy to the beautiful, to the bizarre, you never quite know what's going to be announced next in newly discovered animals, and sometimes they're beyond belief. With that said, let's take a look at 15 bizarre creatures that have recently been discovered. Number 15. Ocean sunfish. It gets its name sunfish because they often enjoy floating up to the surface of the sea to bask in the sunlight. This giant fish is also called swimming head because it literally is just all heads. These have been measured to over 10 feet and an astonishing 5,070 pounds. Imagine a 10-foot long head just swimming right past you. Number 14. Melibe viridis. This creature may look like some sort of alien thing, but it is a member of the phylum Mollusca, and the class Gastropoda means this glob is related to snails and slugs. It is a nudibranch, which means this is a type of sea slug. Though these look rather scary, they only grow to about 14 centimeter long, 5.5 inches. Number 13. Nano. Discovered in 2021, this tiny chameleon, the size of a seed, could be a contender for the title of the smallest reptile on Earth, and can win it as well. The male nano chameleon has a body just 13.5 mm long, yet its genitals are 1/5 of its body size, possibly allowing it to mate with the larger female. Fortunately, its habitat has been placed under protection, but the researchers have recommended that the bijou chameleon is listed as critically endangered on the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. Number 12. Headless chicken monster. While conducting a video survey of the deep dark waters of the Southern Ocean, Australian researchers recently captured footage of a host of funky creatures that swim about near the seafloor. But the team was particularly surprised when a pink, blob-like animal fluttered into the shot, propelled by a little pair of fins. It looked a bit like a chicken just before you put it in the oven. Further inquiry revealed the identity of the strange animal. It's an elusive sea cucumber, known less formally as the headless chicken monster, because of its resemblance to something you might see roasting on a spit. Number 11. Salazar's pit viper. Harry Potter fans are going to love this one. A new green pit viper species, discovered in a Himalayan biodiversity hotspot, has been named Trimeresurus salazar, or the Salazar's pit viper, after Salazar Slytherin. The snake, which is nocturnal and has a unique reddish to orange stripe present on the head and body of males, was discovered during a herpetological expedition in India during the summer of 2019. In the Harry Potter novels, Salazar Slytherin is described as a parsoman, someone who can speak snake's language. Now the green pit viper can't speak, but it's still a great tribute to Harry Potter. Number 10. Madagascar's mouse lemur. Meet this Madagascar animal that is just as weird as it looks. Among the most widespread, abundant, and adaptable lemurs are the mouse lemurs, small-bodied, omnivorous, nocturnal primates. Scientists seek out their gleaming eyes in the dark when searching for mouse lemurs in Madagascar's forests. Their eyes are large for an animal about the size of a fist and no heavier than a tennis ball. But hey, we can't fight with nature. Mouse lemurs are shy and nocturnal, and unlike in the movie named for the island, they're generally not energetic dancers who like to move it. Number 9. Mindoro fanged frog. Now, this is a little freaky. Researchers at the University of Kansas have recently described a new bizarre species of fanged frog discovered in the Philippines that are nearly indistinguishable from a species on a neighboring island except for its unique mating call and key differences in its genome. There are 7 to 5 species of fanged frog. However, the Mindoro frog is the most recently discovered species. Its samples were collected years back, but because of its nearly identical physical similarity to a fanged frog on the island of Palawang, called a Kant's fanged frog, it was assumed to be the same species. When scientists analyzed the Mindoro fanged frog, they were surprised to find out the frog was a totally different species, and it was given the status of one. Who would have thought we'd see a vampire frog in our lifetime? Hilarious, but don't worry, it's not dangerous. Number 8. The ugliest orchid in the world. Most people think of orchids as showy, vibrant, and beautiful, but Gastrodia agnes, newly named just last year from a forest in Madagascar, is quite the opposite. The 11 mm flowers of this orchid are small, brown, and rather ugly. The orchid depends on fungi for nutrition and has no leaves or any other photosynthetic tissue. The new orchid has been assessed as threatened, but with a small range occurring within an already protected national park, the plants do have some protection for now. Number 7. The deep-sea dumbo. You must know about Dumbo the elephant. Here I present you the deep-sea dumbo. This mysterious cephalopod makes its home more than 4,000 feet underwater in the North Pacific Ocean, making it one of the deepest living octopi known to science. Like other types of dumbo octopus, it sports two ear-like fins on its head. Although the octopus was dead when they pulled it out of the ocean, the scientists studying its anatomy used MRI and CT to peek at its internal organs. Their tech-forward approach gave a clearer anatomical picture than traditional dissection, and made sure that the only specimen of this hard-to-find sea creature could be preserved intact. Number 6. Giant scorpions. Up next, we have these bizarre giant scorpions. A team of researchers went on a hunt to find new species of scorpions, like the ones we know of already weren't enough. During one expedition in southern Sri Lanka, the team finally found the treasure they were looking for, a bizarre new scorpion species. They named it Heterometrus yalensis, or the Yala giant scorpion, after the location from where it was discovered, close to Sri Lanka's most popular wilderness area, Yala National Park. The new species can be distinguished from its size and the features on its pedipalps, the two appendages or arms at the front. Number 5. Sea toad. In 2017, this bright red sea toad, or coffin fish, was seen at a depth of 3,148 meters for the first time during a remotely operated vehicle dive. Sea toads are among the more unusual fish. They are deep water relatives of the frogfish. All of these fishes and others in their order have a distinctive luring apparatus on their heads and an unusual position for their gill openings. The lure is a modified ray of the dorsal fin that is displaced much further forward than in most fishes. This ugly creature is rarely seen by divers. Number 4. A false gecko. Spotting false geckos in the wild can be hard. They can easily disappear into their environment thanks to their cryptic colors and markings and their use of hollow areas to hide in. On a collection trip on the southeastern tip of the Philippines, main island of Luzon, researchers found several species of false geckos, the final one receiving its name this year, the Bicol hollow-dwelling forest gecko. It has inverted Y-shaped markings along its entire tail and golden yellow eyes that reflect in the light of a flashlight. Number 3. Parasitic wasp. Nature can sometimes be a bit grueling. Researchers have recently discovered 15 new wasp species in lowland Amazon rainforests and Andean cloud forests that parasitize spiders in a complex way. The female wasps are known to attack spiders in their webs, temporarily paralyzing the arachnids with a venomous sting so they can lay a single egg on a spider. The wasp larva then hatches from the egg and gradually eats the spider before it pupates. During the time period preceding the host spider's death, the wasp does not spin a normal web for catching prey. Instead, the parasitoid wasp manipulates it into spinning a special web that protects the developing pupa from predators. In simple English, the wasp makes the spider protect the thing that's gonna kill him in the future. This is what makes the wasps truly intriguing discoveries. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Sometimes we don't know what's weirder, nature's strange creations, or the ridiculous names we humans give them. That is certainly the case with the sarcastic fringehead. It has also been called spectacularly ugly in scientific literature. They have large mouth and are ambush predators, so they like to stake out a hide wire that offers them both protection and a great vantage point from where to pounce on prey, while the fringehead uses the colorfulness of their mouths to communicate with each other. It doesn't look like they've got many nice things to say. Isn't he just frightful? I certainly think he is. Number 1. Translucent snail. An odd new snail species with a translucent shell was found about 3,000 feet underground in a Croatian cave a few years back. This new kind of snail appears to be blind, but seeing isn't an essential sense when you live in a dark underground cave. The snail was found in one of the deepest caves on Earth. Their preference for a muddy habitat and the fact that they are usually located near the drainage system of the cave, in close proximity to running water, suggests that these animals are not exactly immobile. The Lukina Jama, where the snail was found, is the deepest cave system in Croatia. It has 3 different ecological layers, and the temperature and climates are completely different. It must be fun living there. Which one of these animals did you find the most fascinating? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.